Us couldn't get that these were our last words. Us couldn't get that these were our last words. Love, we lost our way, hoping we'd come back. All we do is love, we lost our way, hoping we'd come back. Us couldn't get that these were our last words. Us couldn't get that these were our last words. Us couldn't get that these were our last words. Love, we lost our way, hoping we'd come back. All we do is love, we lost our way, hoping we'd come back. Us couldn't get that these were our last words.
and clean it.
Very great. So, if everybody doesn't know who our two special guests are, then you're crazy. You haven't been watching Btmx or First Angel Media. We have Raven, a very professional goth scene male model, and then we have the famous and no other than Bella Rotten joining us today from First Angel Media. If you guys haven't known who she is, then you haven't been paying attention to Mad Clock and all the concerts they've been doing together. So definitely something that you guys need to look into. So thank you guys for coming to the roundtable tonight, especially short notice and all the technical difficulties. Normally the show starts at 8:30, but it's a new program, so a lot of my team is not used to it. We see that a lot of them are here inside the chats. Thank you guys for at least coming to do that. We understand that you guys can't get in. That's okay. But we are officially live right now on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So at any time, you guys can go over and look at the feeds and be able to see this at any time. So if you guys don't know what Roundtable is about, basically it's about if you guys have any issues you want us to talk about, we're going to see what aggravates these models and just have a great time. What are you doing in the corner, kid? Don't touch a button again, man. Just don't do it. So, it's been a while since we had you guys on. So, how you guys been?
Busy.
You look tired.
Yeah. Oh, so beat. We were at that Millville Music Festival last night doing work for First Angel, and it was a long night.
So we got Caleb in here, who is MZNZ, saying, "What's up, guys?"
There's the kid in the corner.
Yeah. Who's the kid in the corner? That's Shelf. That's our elf on the shelf that's joined Shadow Squad. So talking about how you guys are doing the Reaper shots very soon. We can't wait to see that because that's actually a logo for the Shadow Squad or Gaming Squad. So we think that's pretty cool that you guys are doing that. Every time you guys actually touch a shoot, especially when it comes to like something that has to do with Halloween or goth, you guys kill it every time. How did you guys adapt to doing like the goth scene? What got you into feeling more emotional into that type of modeling?
I mean, that's just the way I've always been, dude. I wouldn't really know how else to be. I mean, it to give me an excuse to stock my closet. The cool shit. I mean, like, yeah. I didn't really give it much thought. It just kind of, I mean, especially with her, it flows well together. Because that's what she's been doing for as far back as I've looked.
And what's nice is you guys are both very multi-talented. Especially you guys do a lot of marketing. If you guys don't know, Raven is actually one of the main writers over at First Angel Media. So, like, how's that been for you as well? Have you been having any writer block, or is it becoming a lot easier for you as you progress?
Well, I'm sure you noticed. Like, I haven't done as many music reviews lately. I do that weekly article where I just kind of go through all the material we've been getting throughout the week, and at least give those artists a chance to, be featured on our website. But it's the more that we do, the busier it gets, especially now with the live shows being back. Because everybody's out doing something, and that's where our main focus is and has always been. But it's been hectic, dude. It's been really, really busy. I'm on there doing stuff for First Angel probably 3-4 hours a day.
And then the other time you're modeling and working on top of that too, ain't you?
Yeah. Going places with her to the shoots, doing the Mad Clock shows, doing whatever shows we're going to when we're not working, and I still end up working even when I'm not working. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I listen to your stuff when I catch it too.
So,
I saw you put
yeah, go
stuff
ahead.
out.
Yeah.
No, I saw you put some stuff out. What was it? A couple days ago? I think I caught something from it. Okay, I'll have to check it out when I get them. See if we can do a write up on that. Get somebody to cover it.
So, we got a wonderful team putting all our links in there. So if you guys need to try to find us, you got the Shadow Squad link. We're actually on all of our pages because once we share as a family, like First Angel Media does. One of you guys are sharing something, you all share it. So definitely a big part of that. So at any time you guys want to ask them questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. We'll get to them. So guys in the bottom who think they're going to shut up this whole show, you're so screwed. Do you have any questions for these lovely people?
I want to know how hard it is. Like, how hard is it to do modeling and stuff like that? I mean, I've never wanted to get into it, but I've always thought, is it hard, or is it like, is it easy? I've never understood it exactly. I would like to know more about it. You know what I'm saying?
It's both hard and easy. Like, you got to come up with the concept, you got to put it together, you got to find the correct photographer that can shoot correctly. That's why a lot of my stuff I do go to Miss Red for Red's
Okay.
photography, because she's phenomenal and always she makes your vision come to life. You're not
Yeah.
disappointed with what you get. But there are photographers out there that are not so great. So, you know, you got to find the right one that's going to shoot the concept and edit it right and get the outfit on point. It's a lot of planning. But
Okay.
once you're there, you got it together. It's pretty easy going for the most part.
Okay. It kind of sounds like streaming. Once you get the stream down, you get it going and get it smooth and
Yeah.
going. It's basically good to go. But once you have your hiccups, it's like a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
So, Save said from Soul Snatcher says it seems hard as hell, but nothing is worth doing is hella easy, and that's why we love y'all.
Yep.
And then we got
That is
Michaela saying she's sorry for not being able to make it here tonight. She's taking care of a sick baby, so she wants to give her love to you guys. Because Michaela is actually one of our models for here at Btmx. You guys could catch her promos and stuff on YouTube and our Btmx page.
Yeah.
I think what brought her into the inspirational of doing the whole goth scene is honestly like watching models like you.
Awesome.
You guys evolve.
We tried.
And we pull a lot of inspiration too off of all those goth pages. See something I like, I'm like, okay, that looks good. Screenshot it and use it as a reference for later. Take it up a bit.
So a question. Do you guys have any ideas for like different kinds of costumes? Like with the Reaper, are you gonna put like blood in the eyes or coming out of the mouth or anything like that? Or
So
even
when
if you have a scythe, have it on there.
I have a scythe in my closet. I have a lot of props. I have a walkthrough closet with a bunch of outfits and props, but
Oh wow.
I was thinking trying to keep it simple. He's going to have a giant robe on. I'm going to get him some skull hands because his hands are going to have to come into play because there are going to be some photos where I don't have clothes on. So I'm going to have him kind of covering me up so I can, post them on the
internet.
Trying to make them kid friendly.
Well, at least not gonna pull.
Yeah, try not to get them pull anymore because they fucking flag everything.
Yeah, because Facebook has a tendency of like, as long as you're showing it all in the wrong way, it's good. But if you're trying to actually be professional about it, it kind of like take you down. Or if you have anything to do with music, they do that as well.
They flagged a photo of myself and Mad Clock because he had me on a leash and I was leaning forward in the chair. He was climbing in the chair. They flagged
I've seen that photo. Wow.
That's kind of funny because they tried to block that photo, but Mad Clock actually sent that to me as one of you guys' promos. So every time I see it go down, I repost it.
Yeah, and I don't need nothing is showing. He's like a mile behind me. I guess it's because you can see him on a leash, but I like being on a leash, so it's fine. Like, I gave consent to be on a leash, so that's my fucking problem. Why is Facebook being fucking weird about it?
Yeah, they flagged it as violence against women.
Yep.
Because it's Facebook.
Yep.
Really? She's a fucking demon.
I'm a fucking demon on a leash. It's probably a good thing to keep the demon on a leash. I mean,
It's not like Mad Clock really owns that leash. Raven's the one really holding it 90% of the time. I mean,
right.
it's not like you're being strangled.
They're just getting really fucking weird with what type of content they're going to allow on, and that is really fucking frustrating, especially with like the stuff I do. Like the stuff I do with Mad Clock. The whole thing for Devils Never Cry, I'm a crying demon. And they're gonna try to pull that down?
Which you got to be on the lookout for. That video should be coming sooner rather than later.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really waiting
just
for that.
photos. That's all from the video shoot.
And I'm really looking forward to that because, especially because I've seen a lot of photo shoots before you guys like edit it and stuff like that. I can only imagine what that video is going to come out to. So if you guys don't know, they basically, if you guys think about it, if the Mad Clock and them all came together, and it's basically based off the video game Devil May Cry. Same fucking concept.
Okay.
Except for, it goes more to the song that he's singing, and they actually perform all the acting and stuff like that. It's not only just her as a demon, they also got Miss Red as a demon as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only difference is Bella's more of the character's actual demon compared to Mrs. Red is more like she's coming to fuck him over.
Yeah,
So-
she's more like the devil himself, and I'm the personal demon of all the bad shit he's done in his life that haunts him. He's trying to get a hold of me. That's why I'm on a leash.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
When the
no,
video
gotcha.
drops, what he's doing there.
And if you guys also don't want to know about the picture they're talking about, you can actually, it's part of where they actually set up when they were going to be going out and doing live shows too. That picture's right there tagged in that as well, because it has all their live shows in the venues on that picture as well.
Not all. There's a whole lot more coming up too.
Just when we thought we had like an easy month last month, Nate's like, so we're booked here. I'm like, bro, you're fucking killing me.
Well, and how do you feel about that getting back on stage like that?
The first show, it was really fucking weird. And one thing I'm going to say about Mad Clock, he does not rap over his own vocals. So when I'm up there, I don't have a fucking clue what song is happening or what the fuck he's saying until I hear a certain thing. Because I worked with someone that rapped over their own vocals, and it's like listening to the CD. I hear everything. I know where I am. It's really different when you work with an artist that doesn't do that shit. So the first show, I was scared as fuck. I survived it, but I was scared as fuck. But we just did a show up in Ohio, and I think it went phenomenal. He posted the video from it, I think, again today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got done sharing that again. They actually performed at the Outpost over there in Kent, Ohio, where they killed that fucking scene. So you were scared for that? Because you sure in the hell didn't seem like it.
Oh, I was scared as fuck. I was so fucking scared. I have really bad social anxiety, and when you took me away from a stage for a year, it all came back with that first show. Like, I used to be able to, all right, we're going to a show, cool, whatever. But it was so long since my last one, I'm like, oh, fuck people. I have to people.
And I know with Raven goes to every photo shoot, every show you do. With him being there in the crowd for you to see his face, does that help you gain the strength to continue?
So I was actually talking to a not really newer artist, but he's starting to come up a little more, Heart Attack Kid. The last show we did was his first show. And I told him one of my main things, because I am really scared of people, I find a familiar in the crowd. I have go-to people, and I will find them and focus on them if I'm feeling a little bit like nervous or anything. And that makes you kind of feel a little more comfortable.
Now,
Whether it's him, I use our friend Anthony a lot. He's a writer also at First Angel because I've known him for so long.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know who Anthony is, he actually works for Brutal Business Entertainment as well. He does all the horror, the horror movies and things like that. He does that really well. We actually share that stuff on Btmx as well because we like his writing. But Anthony is an awesome guy. He's very respectful.
He's a really good dude.
So another question I have for you though is, are you honest with each other when something doesn't look right, even if you guys are a distance from each other? Do you look at her when she's not doing something right, like?
I literally just told him yesterday because we were going to that music festival. I threw an outfit together real quick. I'm like, do I look stupid? I feel like I look stupid. He's like, no, you look great. I'm like, I don't believe you. Mad Clock was here, so I paraded out to the living room. I'm like, Nate, you'll tell me the truth. Do I look stupid?
I can't win that one, bro. I can't win that.
I feel like you wouldn't tell me if I look stupid. I know you would.
I
but...
do tell you if something is not working.
Yeah, and I usually help you put yourself together, and you help me put myself together before we go on shoots and everything.
Yeah.
So, Dad, you got somebody saying that they love your background. About 5 minutes is all it took. Takes me a minute and a half. But you guys say that you might not be able to, but do you ever give like facial features to her so she can like change the way she's dancing if it's not like correctly going to the music? Do you guys have like signs for each other, like ways to let each other know from a distance?
We're gonna be investing in a wireless setup that we can all use because, I mean, our crew's pretty big now because you got Mad Clock and Bella and Andy Dabbs on stage. There's 3 people, and then you got me and Mama Mad Clock running the table. So that's 5 of us. We need to be able to communicate no matter where we are. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need to set that up because in any given venue, I mean, you know, we could be scattered all over the place and not know when something's needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do for him in the crowd, make sure, like, if something was wrong, he would signal me.
Yeah, and I pay attention to what they're doing and their cues, and I mean, you know, I got to play water boy if I need to, or
yeah, that
you know,
last
shit
show,
like that.
You'll see me. I'm up on stage and I'm going because it was hot as hell up there and I didn't have water. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, what? Like you see me do the whole thing. I'm like, whatever. I was dying.
I wonder what the fans were thinking.
What did you get me
wonder what
going?
Mad Clock's doing.
Mad Clock didn't even know he was in the zone. But I will do shit like that. Like there was one show, it was a Razzakel show here in Pittsburgh with the old person I used to work with. I was sick as hell, had like cold. I'm still up there. There was another girl up there with us. I like casually danced to the side of the stage, stopped, took a little sip of water, casually danced back like nothing happened. Like you'll catch me doing stupid shit up there. But I'm a real person, so you know, I'm not up there being fake. I'm not up there trying to be a Barbie. I try to interact with the crowd if they interact with me. That heart attack kid's dad actually requested another song. I was already dead. We already played more songs than we did. I said to him, you get up here and dance, and you can see that in the video too. You'll see me like stick my tongue out at him. Like I'm a goofy person, so I do take that to the stage with me. I keep it professional, but like if I see a friend out there, I'll be like, just having fun.
Have you guys ran into anybody trying to be kind of crossing any type of lines that are not like saying ignorant ass comments? And how do you guys deal with that as being as a couple, but also being professional?
There's always going to be those people. Typically, if it's just whatever, I just fucking ignore it.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine. I mean, because I work a lot of her social media stuff. And
I can only imagine.
Some of those photos go into hundreds of different groups and places and pages.
One of the best, I can't remember what the fuck his name was. He was on my page. You know, I have like demon shit all over my page. He's starting to talk about God this and God that and starting to be ignorant. I'm like, well, why you like my page? Like, I'm literally a demon right there. What are you doing here? So I just kind of fucking ignored him. It was whatever. Don't be on my page if you love God, I guess is the best advice for that. It's not very godly.
See, the very first photo that I liked is one where you're sitting on the floor with the pentagram and the skull. Automatically, that should tell people to fuck off if they don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many more warning signs do you fucking need?
Exactly.
At that time too, no, I had something up for it was Pride Month. So I had, the rainbow photo to show the support for that. And he was talking shit about that. You go to his personal page and you've seen all this very hateful stuff against like gay marriage and don't teach your children to support that. And I'm like, okay, again, what are you fucking doing on my page?
That's kind of the same thing that we've had like a couple where like Sage from Soul Snatchers, we shared her photo. Well, why are you sharing a gay woman around? Because she's a fucking person. How do you like that? Like at Btmx, we protect just like you guys do over at First Angel. We protect the women that are especially in the group, especially from hatred. Also, other guys too. We like. I just got done talking to Ray, man. He might have another gamer that's a female that wants to like basically wear a bikini all the time, and I'm like, well, you can't tell her no because then you're being a sexist dick. So you gotta watch what you say to somebody, and if you run into haters, just let us know, and we'll take care of it. Because my whole thing is just the same thing that you guys are trying to be yourselves and be creative. But at the same time, you run into them illiterate assholes that doesn't read what your page is about. They ask you what it's about, even though it says right there in the fucking bio. And then two, they complain about your content, but yet they're over there sharing it out with their friends. And see, my thing is, even if it's bad publicity, if it's not too far, I don't give a shit because you're still sharing my stuff, you dumbass. But
Go ahead and comment on that photo because you bump it right back up, so it's back in circulation. So go ahead.
Yep.
So, Deb, what are your thoughts on like people attacking her photos and stuff for that?
Fire. Yeah.
I don't get it too often because we found like the correct places to share the type of content I do where it fits in. But you'll still get it every once in a while. It's like I said, it's whatever.
So, what do you guys think about her content and his?
Someone said T. What? Sorry, I was reading what Soul Snatchers put. They put someone hold up. Someone said THT. What's that? I'm so confused. But about their content, I like the content that they bring out. I don't. I mean, I do. I do believe in devil and God both, and I do like how you present it on your page, how you're okay with what you do and everything, because I support on everybody being who they are. In the religion that I do, we support on you are to be who you are. That is who it is. It doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't. It doesn't matter what religion, what person you are. You are in this world. We are all people.
Yes. And that's how we are too, like, our religious beliefs, whatever. Everybody's entitled to have their own. You can believe what you want. I don't care. I'm never going to say anything bad or negative to somebody because of what they believe, don't believe, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Good person.
my mom's married to a preacher, for fuck's sake. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're cool with me, so whatever. Like, but they're the same way as he was just describing, just kind of like people are.
People are people.
You treat people like people. My whole thing is I view this on my own children. You give everybody a chance. You treat everybody with respect. The only time you treat somebody like shit is if they deserve it.
Yes.
If they have earned that shitty asshole title.
You won't fit in there for. And try to get in that little tiny box.
Yeah, like my mom's actually taught me is treat people how you want to be treated. So if you're treating people like shit, you're gonna be treated like shit.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, but definitely, for saying that someone who has actually, I know it's weird because I'm still alive and everything, but I've actually accidentally killed myself. Ray knows the story to this, so, but I have been to heaven and hell, and I mean, I know that there is a God and I know there is a devil, so. I mean, it's not that I don't believe in them. I know for a fact there is.
Right.
I just think it's funny that people that believe in God don't believe in the devil. How the fuck can you believe in one and not the other?
Exactly.
I'm like, there's always light to darkness, and there's always darkness to light. So it doesn't matter what fucking religion you're talking about. You still respect somebody as a person until they show you their darkness, and whether you agree with it or not.
And those are the
exactly.
people. Those are the people that you hear. They hear a bump in the night, or they got something going on in the background. They're like, I don't believe in the devil. And they hear boom. Like, what the fuck was that?
Like, I like Dead's music for a simple fact thing is he tells the truth the whole entire time. He doesn't give a fuck what somebody's going to say next after what he says. And like one of the songs I like to play when I'm pissed off and I'm dealing with assholes like this on social media is Creeping for Fun. Because this song is funny as shit, especially like when you're pissed off because it just makes you want to get even, especially with some assholes. So have you guys ever dealt with like a bad photo shoot? Like, have you ever been so aggravated where you just want to punch somebody in the fucking head?
I mean, that's like typically how I am daily. But there's always going to be that. I've had those experiences. It's just like you wake up, you're not feeling it. Nothing's going right. Everything's late. Nothing's happening according to plans. The fucking eyeliner won't wing. And then you get there and you're just like, I don't even fucking care to do this, but I'm just going to try my best to make it happen.
Did you guys ever get prepared for a shoot and then arrive to it and it was just a shit show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. You make plans, and just with anything else, things don't always go according to plans, and it turns into a shit show. It fucking happens.
So how do you feel about it now that you're now more comfortably in the First Angel media and you're doing your own thing? How do you feel now compared to when you were last year?
Personally, I feel a lot better because it's just me. Whenever I do like the merch shoots, I do all my planning, I do all everything. It's all me. I have the control to everything. If something goes wrong, it's not a whole bunch of people trying to figure it out in a clusterfuck. It's just me. And sometimes like that does make things a lot easier. Not everybody always shares the same vision for everything. So it's my vision. It's what I want to happen. And doing those merch shoots with First Angel, if you notice, like we were talking about the row shoot, I took his music and I tried to get his vibe for the photos. I didn't just throw on a row t-shirt and take fucking pictures. I tried to represent the artist as I was doing it. And I have the freedom to do that how I want to do that. It's just a lot more creative freedom whenever you're rolling by yourself.
Now, Raven, I know you've done a lot of photo shoots with other guys and stuff like that in the same field. Have you ever had problems dealing with other guys trying to be more dominant than you are?
I've ran into a few on the internet. So far, the people we shoot with are all, they're all musicians, performers, or otherwise affiliated with any of the companies that you're most familiar with. So most of the time, everything works out pretty smooth. To be honest with you, that's probably more of a female issue than a male issue.
Well, the thing is with females, we're all a bunch of catty assholes, and you're gonna have female bullshit drama no matter what.
But yeah, so far I've had pretty good experience with everybody I've been working with.
You got a great group. You got Randy, Phil, Nate,
Jay. Yeah. Right, and most of the guys that I work with are used to being on stage or in front of a camera or behind a camera. Some of them, and they already know what's up. There's no other way to handle a situation like that if you expect to be taken seriously.
Right.
So now my question is, are you just with Mad Clock for like doing the acting and stuff, or are you willing to work with other artists?
So we agreed that I'm not exclusive to him, although I would never, because we're family at this point. We are literally fucking family. They were here at my house till 1 o'clock. He's basically our adopted child at this point because he's working with Joe, like with this construction job. So he stays here, they go to work, and then mama comes, picks him up. I would never book over him because that's my family. But I am able to take other opportunities with no hard feelings. He actually encourages me to do it if something comes up. There is an opportunity coming up at a show, which I'm not going to say. We're going to leave it for a surprise.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Where I will be briefly working with another artist on stage.
And you're going to see how everything that we have worked on and done for the past 4, 5, 6 months all comes together at that one point when we do it. Hell, even the beginning of the year, if I want to roll it all the way back to then. And a lot of the content and a lot of the material and a lot of the people that we're working with, it all culminates into this one event that's going to happen.
Don't use big words. I don't understand it. Other people don't understand it. English.
I understood it. I have Google.
But it's been kind of a plan in the works, and we talked about it for a while in advance. And then as all the other pieces around it started to fall together, I did what I do. I talked to people and I made them do stuff. And then I let them figure it out. Like, yeah, that I do so much of that you wouldn't even believe it. Like I am constantly like I'll talk to one person and another person, and then an idea will come from it, and then these other people will join that idea, and I just watch it come to fruition, and that's kind of what's about to happen later this fall.
But yeah, I'm not exclusive to Mad Clock, but that is where my loyalty will always lie first and foremost because we are family.
So, like, the question I had is, like, artists like White Owl Fisher who are not close to you and Caleb, you know, MZMZ, like, what happened if, like, they wanted to request you to basically dance and act out one of their music videos and just make you, like, the center, you and Raven, like, a centerpiece, or Mrs. Red? How do they go about you know, contacting you just for that, for, like, music video shoots? Like, for not saying that Dead wants you, but, like, if Dead wanted to do a music shoot with you and have you do, like, all the acting for his song, you know, how they go about that.
We've been working with that through First Angel. We're still in the process of getting it so you can go to the website and basically request one of the models or whatever to do projects. But right now, like, you know, if Caleb MZMZ wanted something, we know him well enough. He would just hit us up one-on-one. I do have it on my page that you can send me an email, or you can go to First Angel. But until we get, like, everything up and running with First Angel, not sure where it would even go. Probably to Donna, huh?
What? Oh, you send it? Yeah, you can always send it to that editor email at First Angel.
Yeah, we're working on making it all go through First Angel, so we're not flooded with shit, but we're getting there. We're setting that up. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a big task, which you already know from talking to us behind the scenes and shifting all your stuff into place.
Yeah, because now Btmx actually owns Btmx. Yep. For once, we can actually say First Angel Media doesn't own us. Well, with you guys' help and Dead, we were able to actually go ahead, and now we're going to have our own all by us instead of piggybacking off it.
I'm glad you got that straightened out. I saw you had a few issues with getting that code or whatever to take.
Dead's a genie. So now we're in the voting process. So do you guys ever see you guys working with besides just being First Angel Media as individuals? Like if we had a project, would you guys ever consider working with BTMX?
Yeah. You guys aren't that far away.
No, we're pretty much open to work with anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
So
It just
I'm
depends
gonna
on the project and, like how much time does it fit the schedule? Those are the
Yeah, I
only
gotta
real.
work all that shit out. But yeah, we're pretty much open to anything and everything at this point.
yeah, because
Now-
we.
Oh.
Dad, did you have something to say that I cut you off for him? No. So, guys, do you have any other questions you want to ask? Go
Yes.
ahead and ask Bella before I go
Yes,
into, because I feel like the only one talking from our team, and I don't.
Well, I didn't want to cut nobody off. I don't want to be like, hey, I have a question. Shut up, Shadow. But my. Okay, but I have two questions. My first question is, have you ever thought about doing gaming?
I was talking to Demo Demon when 2020 was happening and everything was shut down. If I'm a performer, I'm not performing. He was trying to tell me, you should get into the gaming. I'm like, okay, but I'm not that technologically inclined to do half the shit. If you hand me the controller, I can figure some shit out. Like we were playing that I Am Bread, I figured out how to sort of get across the kitchen, but yeah, I don't know if I myself, he could. He's a tech. Me,
Okay.
I could not probably figure all this. Like your background, I probably couldn't figure that shit out. But if you hand me a controller, I'll do it and you'll get entertainment out of it because I'm not saying I do it well.
Hey, that's all Shadow Squad's here for. We're here for entertainment. Yes, we are trying to go into tournaments, but if you wanted to be let's say you wanted to join Shadow Squad, and let's say you wanted to do part time, and you didn't want to join the tournaments, and you I want to do part time, just do certain shows. You wouldn't have to join the competitive. You would just join to have fun. We would have fun, and it would be stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be good for a competitive thing, but to have fun and watch me fuck up and get mad,
No,
that'd be great.
I was just saying. I know they don't have time, but I was just saying.
Yeah. Well, we should.
Yes, if she ever had time, or if they ever had time, or if they know someone that does gaming, like, hey, Shadow Squad, I'm just trying to get my name out there. Just leave me alone.
That's all right.
I'm trying to get more players. Damn it.
Right.
Well, I know, especially with you guys' photo shoot and the way technology is evolving, I think that you guys can sell a lot of your demon shoots and the Reaper with Raven, especially a lot of gamers would use your photos for backgrounds and bars and alert boxes and stuff. Because I would like to have her dressed as a demon coming up, going, "We got to follow her," and her holding a sign, shit. And
you're dead.
Stuff like that. That I think that you could sell a lot on. Yeah, the alert box,
yeah.
For the underground show, my greatest dream would have Bella and Raven as Bella holding the comment box, and then Raven coming up with the signs for follow new follower and shit like that with your voice did. I think that would be good for the underground show.
Yeah.
Because well, you got the more combat voice when you want to try it. We do that occasionally. Well, they don't have to voice. They're not moving characters. The only one moving would be Raven.
What for, baby? There's people over there.
So with you guys getting super busy and stuff, does it get kind of hard to handle this stuff at home sometimes? Or do you guys have a team set up?
You got to be a team.
There's too much shit going on for us to not. Sometimes isn't always the smoothest, especially when things get overwhelming and we have 50 directions to go in one day, but we get through it.
Does it ever
And then
seem
we
like
try to do that.
Does it ever seem like sometimes it's too much weight?
There's days her more than me. There's days where she's just like, I don't want to do this anymore, blah blah, and I'm like, no, bullshit.
I don't mean like I don't want to do this like
Yeah.
us. Like, you know, I work at a nursing home. That's actually my job, and you can just imagine how fun and stressful that can be. And then now we're also working. I jumped in to help him clean out this hoarder house. It is something special, I will say that. So that job, the modeling, the dancing, the children, the house, it is a lot. Some days you just want to be like, fuck it, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
No, because if either of us sit still too long, we're like, okay, we need to do something. We got to get up. Like, we can't do that. So we do need, like, the go-go and the chaos. But sometimes it is like, all right, but I need 5 fucking minutes.
Some days when she goes to work, I turn off all the electronics and I'll lay in bed and stare at the TV until I fall asleep and just, the house is empty, it's quiet. I got to shut down occasionally because, goddamn, from the time I get up, first thing I do, I plug in the First Angel Media stuff, work on their, page in the background, and, either promote content or create content. And then I'm doing the same thing with her page. And my God, the growth I've gotten on her page is just exponential. Like, for example, I know, and you know too, because I'm sure you watch at least enough to pick up on it a little bit. But like, when I started working the back end of her page, she had like 4,500 followers. Okay, on the Ballarat page. And now here we are, 7 months later since I started it, and I've doubled that.
Most definitely you did. Not only that, is also all the people that say that that they're following you. Let me tell you a concept. There's this thing called you can invite your friends to a page you like. That actually helps them.
Yeah, it is a really good concept.
Like
what?
I
There's a thing called share button?
For you.
Like
I try really hard. Like every time an invite gets sent to me, I don't care what it is. I won't even check out the page. I try really hard to keep up on them and just click the button. Yes, I'll follow, support whoever doing whatever, because like we've talked about before, it's all fucking about support.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Especially when it comes to Facebook, numbers are everything.
You see, like my wife goes around to everybody's pages, especially your guys' too, because she knows how much you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have met the other 2 companies that helped that went through us. So definitely, when he started taking over your page, I know my wife sent like 3,000 invites the one day, and
nice.
And that's what we try to encourage all our friends to do. If you like somebody's shit, especially if you go over to like Dead Dreams page or your guys' page, and you guys like it, there is an invite button to invite others that that will like that content. Because it not only shows that you care. Yeah, and
our
like,
button has disappeared.
Yep. And the best thing is you don't get in trouble for sending invites. Now sharing shit you do, but invites you don't.
They'll shut you down though. I break my Facebook all the time, dude. Like, I break all the barriers. I invite people to stuff all the time. I comment on things all over the place. As you may have noticed recently, with most of the content that you've shared throughout the past year or so, you might notice we're liking it now.
Yeah, liking it and saying, "Hey, thank you for the
that's
share."
This guy over here. I
have
to do
we always heart it.
Yeah, I go through all that stuff, and I'm tracing back through the First Angel timeline, looking for ways to either reuse some of the content that's been created throughout its 5 years, or reignite it on Facebook, or find those hidden invites. Like when you share your stuff into a group or whatever from the page, and then you can invite people from that. Like, I'm going back through all her stuff and all the paid promotions that have happened throughout the years between the pages that I, work on, and it's time consuming, but it generates buzz and growth and keeps us relevant.
What's nice, yeah,
Right.
and the nice thing is that like Bella's video, like her promo video, still gets circulated on our YouTube. It's already up to I think like 32 views, if not more.
Nice.
Because
That's
as soon as
awesome.
we do a promo, we actually put it on our Btmx YouTube, and then we tag them and how to find you. Because just out of respect, we want everyone to find
That's
everyone.
awesome. Yeah, we'll have to check that out and pull that and get it on her Facebook too.
I did put it on my Facebook back
Did
when
you?
we did that.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
I think you guys the original.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, we did. I remember it now. It'd be nice to have it traced back through there, though. I think you have Facebook.
Have you guys thought about doing more of your photos into like YouTube channel for her? Because she has enough for you to start making videos with it.
Yeah, we've talked about doing some video content. We've actually just one of her friends just started working with us at First Angel with the what's it, Purple Child. I don't know if you know who they are or not.
I do,
but their stuff is pretty good. They're actually joining there's a tour that we're about to be doing, and they're joining us on that.
Nice.
So they'll be playing with Mad Clock as well as some of the other artists that you're familiar with that you've either spoken with or met throughout the past few years doing what you do.
Yeah,
and it's going to be interesting. I know you want to say it. I know you want to do it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I know Icky Stickos came back. Are you going to be working with him at all? Because I know,
we're playing that show.
Yep, he is going to be playing the show at the Sub for Shrunken Head Entertainment, and I can't express how fucking excited I am to see Ickham on stage again.
He's a phenomenal rapper.
Oh my god, he's one of the fucking best. No, he is the fucking best in Pittsburgh.
Wasn't HorrorCon the last show he did?
Yes, HorrorCon was his last show in 2020.
Yep.
Yeah, because he just retired and gave Patrick the business.
Yep.
So it'll be great to see him play again. I'm super fucking excited for that.
Yeah, and I know he's been working on new material. He just ain't wanted to tell nobody about it recently, so it's going to be good stuff, I'm sure. I think it'll incorporate a lot more of his spiritual side.
Yeah, Father Crow.
I can see that coming because he's really, really focused on that throughout the past year more than anything else. So it's going to be good. I mean, because he's got, he used to do that Uncovering the Underground radio show, which you may have heard or be familiar with. And then he does Paranormal Investigations. And
Celestial Oddities is another show he does.
Yep.
I think there was one more. I can't remember what the name of it was.
He's got some other page on Facebook too where he does his left-hand path content.
Yeah, he does a lot of teaching into his religion and stuff like that. So that's a good follow.
Yeah, he's a smart dude. He knows his shit.
So Dead Dreams has, the album that he sent you guys early release to, that's going to be dropping on Friday the 13th. Are you guys going to have anything special coming out on Friday the 13th?
Heard anything special coming up? Did you catch
Friday
the rest?
the 13th.
Well, I did that shoot a couple years ago. I really didn't put much thought into anything this year because we've just been go, go, go and dance on stage and finish filming Hellfire. And I can probably figure something out, though, something simple.
Yeah. Well, we got that and stuff we can recycle through.
Yeah. I'm more focused and excited for that Halloween shoot because, like I said, Miss Red and I have been talking about figuring out how to do that concept for a while, and now she got them wings, and it's like, yes, we got this.
And not only that, if you guys don't know who Mrs. Red is, we've done an interview with her on the Underground show, so you can definitely go check that out on our YouTube. She's phenomenal. She's a phenomenal person to talk to. She's easy to work with. She's a phenomenal photographer, very determined when she does something. She's
Yeah.
pretty much like dead about her own work, artwork. She doubts everything she does until she gets it perfect. So, big shout out to her.
She's
And
definitely a
then,
perfectionist. And that's one of the reasons we like to work with her. I mean, even though, sometimes it it's a 50-50 because I mean we're both I'm OCD as hell about putting clothes and outfits and scenes together. And so it's nice in that sense because once we get to the point where it's all set, it's
Perfect.
yeah, but it's sometimes getting there for the different parties and like if she has a concept, we have to build it or they'll build it together, whatever the case is, and then we go to do the whole thing and sometimes it's a little time consuming, but it's of course, anything. Because we try to keep the photos mostly as natural as possible. With I know she does her editing stuff, but you know what I mean. Like it's not all.
It's not over edited. That's
Yeah.
why
I
really
think
like
that's what I'm going for.
to her. It still looks good, and the colors are good, and you're not like a cartoon character. You're not oversaturated. She keeps it natural, but fixes up any little flaws that may be there or whatever, and fixes the lighting a little bit, darkens something, lightens it, but she doesn't overdo it.
Yeah, she takes a good picture the first time, so that she doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, and you can tell a lot of hers is just like one take.
I'll tell them about Squat the Clock. So, Squat the Clock, remember? That photo that I did for Mad Clock, and Miss Red also has some she'll be dropping, where there's that clock under my butt. Oh my fucking god, we were laughing so fucking hard and we were calling it Squat the Clock, and I was having trouble holding the squat, and Lindsay's trying to get the shot, and she's like, no, you gotta lean this way, do this. I'm like, bro, my legs are on fire. We had a fucking good time doing it, but damn, that was one of the roughest things I've done for a photo shoot was squat the fucking clock. Lindsay wouldn't let me give up. She said, all right, I'm going to count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I did it, and she pushed me to do it, and we got photos.
Yeah, she's really good at that.
Like I'm yelling.
Is it hard sometimes to hold those positions for as long as they need it?
So one of the greatest pieces of advice I got from Miss Red when it comes to being in front of the camera, if it fucking hurts and it's uncomfortable, you're doing the pose right, and she ain't wrong. So yeah, some positions are really fucking rough, but she makes sure that I get into them correctly, and she hurries up and blasts through the photo so I can relax. But yeah, modeling's pretty fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's fun though. I
It
enjoy
is
it.
fun. I had a lot of fun squatting the clock, even though it hurt.
I'm more of a behind the scenes guy, no matter how you look at it, but it's still nice to be able to put a face to it every once in a while. Because
I definitely like all the photos you do. Yeah, like Raven. Like no offense to Bella, but like when you come out, it's like brand new. Like nobody's have seen you for a while, so it's all like, who the fuck is he? And then all of a sudden, you have like these magical pictures that are slick as fuck.
Yeah, I've got quite a few laying around that I haven't even put up yet. I know we've got some still out there in the works. Some hopefully we get back. That I don't know whatever came to of some of the photos, but I really liked the content we were creating. So hopefully we get them at some point, but she's got to follow up with that still. That was from a while ago. We've got a couple others that are on hold due to other projects that have already been completed. But we have to get everything situated, and it's a lot to keep up with. And it's just like everybody else, like none of us are doing this full time. You know what I mean? Like even Miss Red, like yeah, she photography and she does her modeling, but she also works a full-time job as a graphic designer. So it's not like, it's not like there's a whole ton of free time for any of us. And I know I know it's a lot of work because I'm not that good at editing yet. I'm just starting to mess around with it after not working with that kind of software for almost 20 years now.
We learned the hard way because we did do a shoot where he was taking photos, and you have to go through. And okay, this one is not savable. This person blinked. This, that. There's like hundreds of photos that you have to go through just to get rid of the ones where someone blinked or the wind moved wrong or this or that. And it's like, God damn, like I have a new respect for photographers because this is fucking insane. We spent 2 hours going through photos and didn't even like touch them with editing. Just getting rid of, okay, that's out of place and that didn't work and the lighting was off. It's fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah,
Pretty much.
that's basically what it comes down to. And half the time we might do something where we think, okay, this is going to be a great shot, but whatever she's getting or he's getting or whoever's shooting may not feel that way about the photo. So we may not actually get, you know what I mean? Those might not even get edited. They might not even get used. We might even never see them because there might be something that we didn't
I
see.
blinked and I didn't realize I blinked. Or
exactly, that kind of stuff.
Something weird happened in the background, or the wind blew and my hair was in my face. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
It does take
even
time
go through them
because you figure, like, at the end of the day, you know, I imagine most photo shoots they're getting
probably 10 is like
I'd say probably 300 photos taken,
and you get like 10 back.
Yeah, if she gets a handful back, then that's still a 3-4 hours of time.
But you also don't want too many photos of like the same shoot with the same outfit and everything because then it's stale. Okay, I've already seen you in this outfit and that's so similar to this shot, and so you do not really want a whole lot of content going out because it oversaturates. 10 photos that you can spread out is pretty good instead of dropping a whole album or having 20 some photos with that outfit, just doing like, different poses. It gets stale.
Yeah. There's a way to balance it. And then from a marketing aspect in the background too, there's other things like a single photo does great. You throw a couple down where they're side by side or there may be a third. So you've got the 3 window. That's your max. If you add them on past that, how many times I know every person here has seen somebody posting photos, looked at the couple that are there, seen the plus whatever, never clicked on them and hit like anyways. Yeah. So all that content is a waste.
Yeah.
That's why when we did the row photos, we trickled a couple out, but I actually, with the help of a wonderful team, Jonna, him, Nate, I actually wrote that little article with that. That was my first ever article I wrote, and we put the whole gallery in there so people could view it. And I'll still drop a couple coming out. I don't want to drop too many because, you've seen it. I had to put a trigger warning because it looks like I'm slitting my wrist. There's, the razor blades up at my neck. I put a trigger warning for things like that because, that's a sensitive subject. I won't ever post all of them, but they are all available to view right there in that album. And we think like that's a good direction to go with it when you do a shoot, such as like that merch shoot. You drop a couple for people to see, and here, if you want to see the rest, have at it.
Yeah,
definitely a good idea.
Article set up too. Like that's what we were talking to you about prior to your changeover, is that we were going to start publishing a lot more of that type of content because that's a great way for us to score the high-end quality images on our website, and then we can turn around and utilize that for marketing purposes to other people that may be interested in that type of service.
Yeah, most definitely, because then you're not overfeeding your content to where it's getting boring.
Right, but if somebody wanted to check out, say, what her work is, if she writes a little article to go with a photo shoot, and then we plug it all up there on the website, then it's always available. So if somebody said, oh, okay, who's she? You can check her out on this website if you want to, hire her for a gig or something, and there it is. So we're going to start doing a lot more of that type of stuff with the people that work with us. It's just a matter of getting there.
So how many models are you guys up to now?
Let's see. The For the guys, we have you, Nate, Randy, Bill, and Jay, so that's 5. Keep that number in your head. Me, Red, Maria, Alicia. Those are our 4 mains for the chicks. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 because we actually had a meeting the one day figuring out, like, okay, who's going to be more of an active model? Like, I did the write-up and I do the merch shoots. Or who's going to be more of a, we have this person available. They might not be in our group shoots. They might not do much, but if you're looking for this look, we're offering this to you with this person, and that, people can book them that way. So we have, 9 active that do other things within the company and music and everything. And we have, I think it's 2 that are at this time just kind of there for, we're going to advertise them as, if you're looking for a person that looks like this, here you go.
Yeah, they'll come in and do stuff if they're available, and whatever. Like, kind of like I do, like
them for gigs and everything, but they probably won't be at like the group type shoots we do, and like this one doesn't really write or do anything else with fam, but they're available that you can hire them. So yeah, it's basically floaters.
Yep.
A lot of us are pretty active in the scene, like, I dance, Nate does music, Phil's with Purple Child, Randy and Feast on the Fallen, him in the writing. We do have some people that aren't quite as active in the scene.
His music.
Oh, yeah, I was just naming a few. Because Alicia does like her thing too.
Alicia and her music.
Just an example, we have people that are very active in the scene in their own ways, and then we have people that really aren't, but they would like to do this type of thing. They would like to wear your merch, or you can hire them for a video. So we just include them for advertisement. Take them if you want them.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some people.
So that's nice to see that you guys' team is like finally growing, especially the way you wanted it, Joseph. Because I know you've been waiting for that moment where there's more people to pick up the slack where you guys needed it. Are you happy that your team is finally growing in the way that you were hoping for?
Yes, but that also comes with a lot of each additional person that's added to the team. It gives us a larger pool to work with, like where we're at now in our concept development is how to, obviously, First Angel Media's biggest thing is covering live shows.
Yeah.
That's always been what her primary focus is, and the direction Jonna leads everything. So we're trying to formulate an effective way to tackle an upcoming show with generating weeks worth of content prior to it happening to promote that show that we're covering, that's a paid service that we already offered to cover that band. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we could put all those integral parts together, like covering music or having a shoot or plug in a feature here or there, and build it up based on the artists that are going to be playing a show. And then really start to and really start to integrate all those pieces together into the services that we offer. That's the idea. That's what they're there for. So we're trying to. It's becoming a lot of work because we constantly have to talk about how we're using, and that's kind of an example. That's kind of the example that leads all the way back to what I was telling you that I've been developing throughout some of the content that I've generated throughout this past year, that you're about to see how it all ties together when it actually happens. And that's kind of the same concept. I'm just looking at that and sitting down and saying, okay, how can we break this into a regular thing on a timeline kind of basis and actually get the people that work for us involved on levels where everybody benefits.
So basically, like, the more people, the more planning, the more communication, but you need the more people in the field, so it kind of adds up.
Yeah, I've got to be in like 8 to 10 different chat groups with First Angel Media people, and they all go off at different times, and it's just holy shit. I lose track of stuff sometimes, man. We all do.
Like I never thought BTMX would actually get this big, and thank God that I now have Solar Death as my business partner. Because sometimes, like you said, it gets overtaxing, especially for one person. Then we add another person, and you got to monitor that person, make sure they're actually fitting to their where they're good at, and like it gets hard sometimes, especially with the work overload. Like
Yeah,
the bigger you get, the more work you have, and I think that with Solar Death's help. I think that BTMX is definitely moving in the right way. And
yeah, I
this
do
man
too.
works, and he works a day job, works his own music, and then on top of it, then he has to do everything that I can't do, so we can have shows and
Right.
events and everything set up. So you can only imagine how you feel, especially trying to keep her motivated when she's down, and then on top of it, trying to keep yourself motivated, knowing that oh, you got this done. Well, there's 12 more things to do, and you're not done yet.
Yeah, there's a never-ending set. Like even my weekly articles that I put out, I'm well over 200 emails behind the timeline because I just can't keep up. So I go through and I listen to these tracks and I watch these music videos, and I do a little research on each artist, and then I put them into the article, and it's like that is an entire day's worth of work for me.
And you're
It's
not even
time
caught
consuming,
up.
and every week there's more. Like it just, but it's I'm going to have to shift from that a little bit if we start to move things in the direction that we're going again, because obviously I went from doing a few music reviews to doing the music reviews and the modeling to then doing more of head writing, where I was also responsible for listening to the stuff coming in, getting people to write about it, and trying to go through that. And then like it's overwhelming. And now I'm in, like I said, I'm in so many chat rooms it's not even funny anymore, because I've gone even from that step to where it's more like we work in the background. I am more of a background management kind of person. So that's why my content has slowed down. And that and that in itself, for me to review an album, it's not something I can just whip out in a couple hours after listening to somebody's CD, because I don't operate that way. I can't do that when I write, because I want to know about the artist and about the music and how that music makes me feel. I want to read the lyrics. I want to actually dive into it. So it's going to take a week or more.
So definitely
I
going
don't
in
know
there
if I
very,
even have the time to do that anymore.
especially because if you don't know, definitely over and check out some of his articles. One of the best ones I've seen that he did was the one he did with Ritual of Ether. And he goes in like great detail. Like there ain't no question that you're gonna have about that album that you didn't already write the answer to. So like I
Yeah,
can
and I
only
mean,
imagine how stressful that is.
it is, because I mean it takes a lot of conversation, and some people don't necessarily have that kind of time to get back to answer those questions either. Like they might be busy. Again, we all work, we all are creative in one way or another. We're generating content, and then on top of it, to actually sit down and have a conversation that's in great detail about a given piece of art sometimes can be challenging.
Do you
So
agree
I
with
don't
that, Dave?
always get the information I need to be able to build that. Right? Yeah. No, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, you're doing the same exact thing. Yes, that is not
So-
always easy because you want to do them justice.
Because when he writes those articles, he wants to know the why. Why did you write that song? What were you feeling? What were you? He likes to put himself there. So that's how he gets such amazing articles. It's not just so I listened to this album and it was great.
Yeah, I'm not going to say this guy put a, the first minute and a half of this track has got this kind of bass line, and then he does this kind of thing, and blah blah fucking blah. I don't want to read a technical breakdown of a fucking song if I read a review.
So you can connect with the artist better for the why they wrote this, and this is what was happening in their life, and a lot of people can relate to this happening in their life. So now I'm going to listen because this guy had a really shit time, and I had the same shit time.
Yeah, and that's kind of like how we got hooked up with Matlock in the first place, is because he reached out to me even before he signed officially to Brutal, and was like, I got a new album in the works. I'd like it if you could, review my stuff. I've read your reviews up to this point, and I really like the way you generate the content. So this is one I want you to do. So I'm like, okay.
But then he was a little confused because if you read the article, he talks about the why, so you can connect to Magclock and his struggles. Nate got a little confused, like, okay, he's asking me a lot of personal questions. We're not talking too much about the music itself and the album. We're talking about the why. But the why is very important.
Right, exactly. And when you're an artist, which you're not just selling a catchy fucking tune, bro. You're selling yourself.
It's the same with Matlock, and I told him, I'm like, I'm glad you don't really repeat yourself. Like, yes, you have the hook, the bridge, whatever. But artists, it's
shoot myself in the face when somebody submits shitty
especially if that's a consistent musical style. Like every once in a while, to hear an artist that doesn't do something like that, do that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you already know it's going to be a good track.
Like Nate has the song Blood Money. He does repeat himself with the Blood Money part more times than he does in other songs, but it's okay to have that once in a while. But when you're just saying the same thing over and over, and then you say it in a different way, it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't imagine you do, man.
No, just like I was saying earlier, it's you, and you can do what you want with it, and nobody is going to criticize it or tell you any different. It's you.
It's your art, man.
Your art.
So,
and that's what it's got to be.
So coming from you, who's pushing a lot of content out for not just yourself, but not just Bella, and also you're doing a lot of work for First Angel Media, what advice can you give Rayman, who is the team captain over at our Shadow Squad, which they're doing really good. They're now up to 975 followers. Since they've been actually becoming a team, what can you advise to him for somebody who's trying to come out with new content to be more exciting? Who's going to start to get overloaded? What help pushes you through?
it's depending on what, well, and numbers is everything. Your numbers matter sometimes more than what you're actually doing. Like, again, I work in the background on these pages. The best, if you want, obviously, especially for the gaming streaming, if I'm not mistaken, the more people watching your shit, the more likely you get paid.
Yes.
So, the best thing I can tell you about how to hook that up, use your page to join groups that push the content that you create. When you share your stuff from your page to those groups that your page is in, anybody that clicks on that son of a bitch and likes it, you can invite to your page. This is a free way to circumvent the Facebook advertising dollar.
I just found that out recently with Twitch gaming group, and there's a couple other groups on there as well that they help push it out. As soon as you put it on there, they push it out for you.
Yeah, so if you, the more often that you can get your content shared as your page to anywhere, the more often that you can invite new people to your page. And again, like we were talking about earlier, we have somebody that sends us, Megan Van Eck. You'll probably see her all over the place.
Yeah.
Because she's always pushing the Ohio shows and the Ohio cruise and going to venues, and they're like doing a whole music scene out that way. Every day, every other day, she's sending me somebody's page. And
That's how we probably.
I click on the page. I click on the page and I check it out, and if it looks cool, all right, I'll like this shit. Like,
we did that shoot for Gutterfly Clothing, and we were like, oh, we should go like the fucking page. All of us had it liked and didn't even realize we had it liked, and all we can figure out is we think that Megan Magnum sent us that invite.
Because she's friends with literally everybody.
Because we all had it. We're like, what the fuck? We're like, you know what? That shit was Megan.
But yeah, that's the thing, dude. There's a way to do this, and I can say that I can do this and that I know how this works for a fact because I've been doing it. And again, I have doubled her numbers. Oh shit.
You're on your phone.
You got your phone? I see your phone for a minute.
Oh, before, not to sidetrack us, but Blue just put in the comments, everyone else's mic is okay, but I can't, no one can hear Dead's.
We can hear. Yeah, it's fine.
You're over on Twitch, or only on Twitch for some reason. That's what she's saying on Twitch. On Facebook, yeah, I have mine on Twitch going.
And YouTube is good too.
Because she just messaged me.
Because we have Sarah over there talking with the Soul Snatchers. So you're good on two of the platforms. Twitch is not liking you today.
Exactly.
So you guys from the game squad, you gotta pay attention when he's telling you.
Yes.
Good. Hopefully you can see this when I show you. These are her numbers for the past week, and I want you to see the kind of stuff that I do.
Little more.
Okay.
878 likes this week, up 47%. 78,000 reads, up 22%.
Yeah.
Post engagements, 24,000 in a week.
That's a nice thing.
What I do all day.
Now, did Janice show you how to get to the insights and how to monitor that, or who showed you that?
We learned from Miss Red how to promote pages.
Miss Red and her husband.
Okay,
Yep.
who taught me was Jana. Jana was like, this is how you got to do this if you're going to make your business successful. That's why I'm always sharing everybody's content to our page if I like it, especially if it's an up-and-coming artist or an up-and-coming model or an up-and-coming actor, because it doesn't just help. It helps their page grow, but it also helps our page grow because now it's networking.
Yep.
So, like, Yeah. Yep. And then somebody shares it from our page. Like Bella's picture, the last one I shared was actually the one she did with Raven. I shared that. That's been shared, I think, 26 times off our page.
No, that's
So
awesome.
that goes straight back to their page because now it's being shared to our page. You see, so the whole network.
Yeah, because that's the original. That's the original right there. Especially if you're sharing right off her page, which is great, or my page, doesn't matter. I prefer hers though, because her numbers are. I mean, we're about to break 10,000 on her page probably within the month.
Which is nice because like we're at 3,734 followers right now. Right now on Facebook. This is our third time of having BTMX. The second, like we're getting out there because like our regular week for us, we reach 22,000 people a week, and our post engagements are like 32,000 based on like how busy we are. And that's all because of Jana teaching. So like your numbers if you guys are trying to be
she does know her way. She knows her way around that system really, really well.
And you got to constantly be involved or having something come out on your page because if you ever leave it dead for like a day, it fucks you kind of. It has to have some type of activity.
Yeah, we found that out.
Yeah, he left for a vacation. Me and Dad tried to take over. He lost like 90% of his following because we just couldn't do it. I mean, 6 other shows.
I hate when my phone does this.
So have you ever got bullied by an artist to try to do something?
We ever gotten what?
Bullied by an artist, like an up and coming artist that thought they were better than you?
No.
Well, I mean, we did, but we can't really.
You can't talk about that situation.
That was just someone special.
What?
I got in trouble for backing you guys up. Btmx backed them up on that.
Well, I can't
That's
say
why we have a
too
blacklist.
much. It's not fully announced yet. It's not fully set in stone yet, but Nathaniel's kind of experiencing something like that, Mad Clock, where he might have to do something he doesn't want to do to have a show happen. I can't go into too much, but I'm rooting for it to happen.
Me and Joseph talked. Like, BTMX got in trouble because I backed you 100%. Because if it was, like I said, because if it wasn't for you, I would have never met Jana and never got the chance to do a show with Dead. So it kind of led from you doing the first interview for giving me the confidence and the time. That's how I met people like Dead and Ray and the rest of the team.
I'm going to make it stop doing that.
Okay, we're back. We're good.
Yep.
So I kind of try to back you every time you make a decision. So when certain videos came out, I was the first person to share it out. That was the very first person we ever added to our blacklist. We don't. We just don't.
Yeah. Yeah, that video no longer.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
That got I mean, it does exist.
Just not for public view. I got
pulled from my YouTube channel though.
What was that, Dead? Yeah.
I mean, no, you're right. It doesn't exist at all. Nope, it's in a nice, happy little Google folder with all the other evidence I've collected for this year.
What I thought was funny is like he didn't think I would share that shit, and I was getting yelled at by like 9 other people. I'm like, what? It's only the truth.
Yeah.
BTMX is about the truth. What the fuck? And then I got wrote by him. Why are you doing this? Because it's the truth. What the fuck more do you want from me?
Yeah.
And like,
yeah,
we don't like to deal with my business partner.
There we go. I gotta fix it.
He's like the principal. I'm like the teacher, and everybody's like, "Oh, I can walk all over the teacher." I'm like, "Bitch, now you got to go to the principal's office."
No, you don't seem very sorry at all. I don't believe that for 1 minute.
See, like my whole thing is also what like aggravates me is when I created BTMX, I wanted kind of to create an area where everyone felt welcome, no matter who they were, and nobody was being bashed. And you were being bashed. Like that's what pissed me off. And they didn't realize I was a fan of yours before I met anyone. And I already told Dad, because we're not going to mention names, but I told Dad, I'm like, I back them 100%. I don't give a fuck what happens next. I mean, because if, like I said, if it wasn't for the very first interview with you, I would have never met Dad. I would have never had the balls to talk to him. So I would have never had Rayman doing Shadow Squad because I wouldn't know how to do it because I wouldn't have met you. So I wouldn't have met Jana and Patrick and, you know, all the amazing team members that you guys have brought to my, you know, into the BTMX scene. So, you know, therefore, when I heard what was going on, I'm like, oh, fuck that. Click, share.
Yeah,
that was a spectacle in my life.
it's still a spectacle. Don't lie.
No, it's not bad right
But
now.
No.
what gets me is that artists to treat people like shit. I never thought that BTMX would have a blacklist. Like, and if you guys don't know what blacklist is, it's a place where we won't play your motherfucking music whatsoever. Your name won't be mentioned. Yeah. Like if you're in the same venue as another artist that we're having there that we're following, we'll make sure you're not part of it one way or another.
That happens. That happens. That's why you can't screw up, especially in it. I mean, we've seen it with several artists. And you all know how motherfuckers get canceled. I mean, whether you like it or not, you can't be a dick.
Want to be. Sometimes you really want to be, but you have to keep it professional because as an artist, as a model, as a writer, you are a professional.
Yep. You can't be a douchebag. I mean, you can be if you want. If you make enough money, it doesn't fucking matter, I suppose. But for the majority of the population, it doesn't work that way.
And once you're a douchebag to someone, they're going to tell someone, and next thing you know, you ain't playing no shows in Pittsburgh anymore, homie.
and not only that, like we've had another artist that tried to do that with me, and if it wasn't for Dead, I just would have shut down BTMX, to be honest, because it got to a point where I was being like stalked, and I didn't have a backbone because I'm always trying to be nice and respectful because I don't want anybody to feel attacked, and Dead's like, it's enough, you do too much for people, just fucking be honest with them. So this artist. Yeah. We talked about this last week at the Roundtable, if you guys missed it. And he brought me onto his Instagram Live so he can bash me.
That's shitty.
So I hurry up and write Ed. I'm like, what do I do? Because I'm trying to be professional about this. Do I let him know how I feel about him? Or do I just apologize? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every week for 7 months. Every week for 7 months he was trying to get me. So I talked to Dead finally, and I'm like, okay, it's time for me to answer back. So I went on his show, and he's making fun of BTMX, and he's not even a really good rapper. He sounds like shit. And like I went ahead and told him personally, like to all, he had like 300 people watching. I'm like, your music scares my children, not in a good way. I mean, like your music is shit. As soon as I put it on, that my children ran out screaming. What the fuck are you, a washed up Eminem? I'm like, don't be calling me if you don't want the truth. I'm like, if you guys actually want to hear real music, come over to Btmx instead of this piece of shit. And like, we gained 70 followers on Instagram, like in that moment. If the nice guy is saying no, yeah.
Try not to be a dick.
The 70 followers followed us after me going on his show and bashing him, and I'm like, I kind of like took over to where he ended the call. I'm like, well, so anybody want to ask this douchebag any questions since his music's shit? Wonder if his life is any better.
Oh god, dude, that's great, dude.
And my whole thing is, if you're gonna attack somebody and you keep attacking them, even the nicest person like me is eventually gonna attack back.
Yeah.
And I still love everyone. I explained it on my own feed. It's like that's normally not me, and I love everyone, and I want everyone to feel like this is a judgment-free place. But if you come at me, and we have a show called Unleashing the Best, which is strictly rap and hip hop, and you're telling me that you're going to take over my underground show, and I'm only supposed to play your music during the show, you can kiss my ass. Because the underground show is about dark horrorcore, synthcore, rock and roll, metal type show. I'm not going to play some boozy ass rap thing where you keep repeating yourself and everybody wants to poke their fucking eyes out before the end of the show.
You gotta tell me who this is later.
Hopefully you never do a review on them. Jesus Christ, it'll be a waste of time. It'll be a big waste of time. It could be summed up Gucci. That's pretty much it. And then Rayman, I help him because he's still learning the ropes. So he gets some characters. Oh, why don't you sign me and automatically start paying me? Okay, one, you have to work for that. Two, I don't know what job you ever just went in and they handed you money.
Or I got the one to where I was on there, and the guy I was talking to him, he goes, "You should give me free merch." I'm like, you have to be on here for 90 days before we give you anything, and you have to pay for your emblem. He goes, I said, and then if you pay for emblem after 90 days, you'll get a cup or something. He goes, well, that's stupid. He goes, you should give me 3-4 cups and shirts. I'm like, no, that's not how this works. I said, you're going to pay $25 for that. I said, it's going to cost $25 to either make you a shirt or make you a cup. And he's like, well, I don't think that's right. You should just give me the shit. I'm like, well, then this ain't for you. I'm sorry.
We don't even know what he looks like gaming. What happened if he's one of those racist assholes that's cussing the whole time?
Yeah. He was telling me he's like, I'm the best. I got this. I can do this. You guys could just sign me and blah 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 blah. And I was like, well, I'll send you to my partner. And I was going to send him to Dead. And he's like, no, I'm good. I don't want to. So that was when I was telling you guys. I don't know if Dead has a reputation, but when I told him I will send you to Dead, I told him I said Dead Dreams. He's like, nope, I'm good. Yeah.
See, it's funny you say that because I actually used to live in Colorado. I used to live in Junction. Yeah.
So does First Angel Media ever like guys working? Does First Angel Media ever have plans working with Dead's Solo at Death?
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about the things that he does.
Because it'd be nice to see him in Pittsburgh at with one of your guys' shows and you guys all get together.
And we'd like to see him continue to do the work he's doing for sure. And I think we're going to find a way to incorporate some of this stuff in the future, without a doubt.
Yeah, that question's for me. Because I like the market my partner, just like you guys like the market First Angel Media. But one of my projects is going to be coming up closer in September when you're open. That's why I'm kind of asking if they have a schedule for you guys. Yeah, for First Angel, just because I have about 6 models that I'm going to be shooting for a graveyard scene that we got permission for, and I was hoping to get both of you in on it. Because that would mean a lot to me, especially to have a veteran model with these newbies.
Yeah, having the information ahead of time might help. As soon as you have a date or whatever set up, you can let us know. You still got that chat room open with all of us, so
yep.
Anything you plug in there that has to do with anything like that, we'll all get, and we'll work from there and figure it out.
So, does anybody else have any other questions for these guys? It's mostly been me. It's your guys' turn. Mr. Elf on the Shelf. You're new. I can't help it. It's my job.
And then he goes to us. You want to ask something? I was like, what are we supposed to ask now?
Hey, at least I'm better at my job. Did they like the question? You could ask that.
Are you getting tired of him asking questions?
You know how many interviews I do?
A shit ton?
Maybe too many.
That's good for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I chat with you here and there as often as I can. Like I said, dude, you have no idea how many goddamn stupid little chat rooms I have open all the time.
Like 15 bubbles.
Especially, you know what fucking happens that pisses me off the most? Is when I'm actually trying to do some work and I have to work with the Facebook platform. Every goddamn one of them wants to light up right then. So all I get is ding, 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 and it's just blowing up. And I've got like 4 tabs open. And of course, every box has got to pop up on every goddamn one. And I can't get rid of the sumbitches once it happens. And then so that, stay off, shut up.
We don't want to.
Shut up working, goddammit.
I want you to come see my interview with Malice from Dying Oath.
It's like fucking, it's like on Monday mornings when I have to put that article together, you know, Sundays, whatever days that I get the opportunity to do it. That's when everybody wants to talk. You ain't said shit all week. Hey, I done asked you to write something. All I heard was crickets. Now y'all want to talk.
Oh wait,
did you forget it's Monday? This is my day.
Doing?
She won't even come out of the bedroom until noon until I'm done on Mondays because she already knows.
You have a fan club to fuck with you guys. Be like, oh look, let us know when he's busy. Hey Bella, is he in the bedroom writing? Okay, good. Everyone, write him right fucking now. It doesn't have to be anything serious. Just send him something.
Where someone keep repeatedly saying, hey, 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 hey. Ding, 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 ding.
Or we can just like call. Everyone call when you're in their car so he can't really hear you.
Oh no. Full of me. All you hear is me shifting my car. You hear the turbo. That's all you hear. It's like, hi guys, how you?
What's that?
They're just planning how to turn you.
Oh, okay, I see.
And then everyone's down.
Why can't they hear at the meeting? I wonder why. So yeah, we're just gonna create a fan club to fuck with Raven. So anybody who's bored, Monday and Sundays is the best time to write him. Send them like gifts. Just keep sending them.
Send them hey every 2 seconds.
Are you
Yeah,
those stupid cat videos, right?
That's the thing. Well,
My mom's cat.
it's like I have to plan out my weekend careful because like Monday is generally the day that I sit down and do the artist uncovered spot where I, highlight all those bands that have sifted through the email system we have. And then twice a week, as you see, I'm sure, because you find my content in groups and then share it from there. You know that twice a week, her stuff's running and their stuff's running. Yep. And so I got to keep up with all those posts on top of it, plus share that content, plus try to keep up with, the group that we made for First Angel too, which, because you plug your stuff there now as well. And so I've got all three of those things that I have to run daily, plus do my article, plus try to figure out if any of the stuff that's coming into the email is something that's either coming to town, we're covering, is worth something that one of the writers might pick up, and then of course we have to plan the modeling projects
and then you're working on top of it.
Yep. And I'm working 3-4 days a week. And not only, obviously First Angel Media is a job in itself, plus I run a computer shop, and then I work the, contracting gig on the side. So it's like,
motherfucker,
it's always
time to
right. So yeah, everybody wants to blow my shit up when I'm trying to work.
So now perfect day is Sunday and Monday to write him.
Wednesdays I usually Sunday. She's working stuff. I try to push her content on Wednesdays because, that's hump day, bro.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect day.
Have you guys thought about doing a masquerade shot?
What's that?
Have you guys thought of doing a masquerade ball shot?
That wouldn't be a bad idea. We could probably get a group together for that. On something like that. That actually would tie into a thing that I saw today. That Alice in Wonderland place. Maybe we could work something into that. That's get tickets or whatever. Yeah. That cocktail doing. That'd be fun. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff starting to happen again. It's good.
Tiring, but good.
So,
yeah, it sucked for a while there. Y'all know.
We don't know.
Well, yeah, you probably didn't go anywhere to begin with. Didn't change anything for you.
And then on top of it, he has a new artist that actually signed with us that he's responsible for too as well.
Nice. Well, that'll keep you busy.
Yeah, because now we got our own modeling group, we have our own gaming, we have our own artists signing with us, we have, our own shows, merch, other people that we're writing. And it all comes from inspiration from people like you and guys and Dad, who believed in what we were starting with, and now as we're just growing because of people like you that has given us advice or telling us where to go in the right mode, or like Bella, who went through what she went through but still stayed strong, stuck to what she was giving her content, and then having you as backup. And then we got Dad constantly giving out content, working, and still doing the shows. So, It's people like you that with the backbone that helps other people like me who are trying to be successful gain to where you guys are at. So all the hard work you guys do, it's worth it.
It is. It is. It is time consuming though, dude. You have no idea. Like I sift through data
All day
constantly.
long. Song submissions out the ass. Some music you want to shoot yourself in the face for hitting play, but you do.
Yes.
Anyways.
Yes, that does happen.
You just want to cry as soon as you hit play. What?
Yes. It definitely happens. But you know, it's not up to me to decide that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with the articles I do now, it's not really just because I don't like it doesn't mean somebody doesn't. You wouldn't be a musician if somebody didn't like it in the first place. I mean, you might be, but then you're only playing with yourself. And I mean, you don't need an instrument for that. Right. So
I mean, technically, a lot of people do that anyway.
But like, so you know, like what I do, I feel like it's important. It not only does it, you know, get people, bands, whatever, notice that might not normally get play, but it also draws people to our page.
Yep, because it shows
So
your
it's a
open art.
double-sided coin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may hear a couple artists come from one music label and be like, "Oh yeah, they got some cool content," and then you know what I'm saying. I know there's a few labels that I follow pretty exclusive for the music that they put out because I like their style. So, I mean, it does have important benefits. Not, I mean, it's for the whole scene, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, I try to
So,
do that, but there's like some artists that I just don't think, like especially when they're cocky about it too. Like they have no type of respect for the person reviewing it. I don't think like that's when I know my fans. Like if they're gonna get cocky with me, I can only imagine what they're gonna say to a fan that goes, "Your shit's not working out."
Yeah.
So that's why we kind
yeah,
of leave Btmx to fan power as much as possible. We let the fans decide rather if it's shitty or not.
right. Yeah, I obviously I have to do that. I have to be objective when I get stuff because I mean, we get these emails from companies or from promoters or PR guys or what have you that are just mass sending out this content because it's their job, and because we showcase that type of content, then it really doesn't matter how I feel about what I listen to unless I'm writing an actual review.
I like what Sarah said. She says we ain't fans, we're family, which she's correct.
You know,
Yeah.
it is. It's a
100%.
community. Once you get integrated into that, or you start doing that, and you start working with a group, you can't. It all goes. You can't be a dick. I mean, you
Nope.
can be a dick if somebody's being a dick, but you really can't be a
Just
dick
don't be a
because it's
dick
not.
to the just don't be a dick to the viewers.
Yeah,
You know, they're the ones that support you. They're the ones that are actually there that you're trying to entertain, and you need them more than what they need you. So it kind of runs a little bit of
exactly.
both ways.
Yeah, and that's why it's important to grow your stuff too. Like we were talking about, like because I mean, metrically speaking, if there's billions of motherfuckers, and I mean, you know, you only got what you said. Homeboy here's got like 900. You got like 37. Like it's a pretty big untapped market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to make paper, then you're going to have to really find it.
Oh yeah.
If
That's
you're
like what
doing it just
we've
for
always
fun or
said.
entertainment, then it doesn't matter. As long as you have
Yeah.
people that like to check it out and do the thing, that's great. But like on a level that First Angel Media operates, like money makes it operate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
like
I mean,
legit,
we
we've
do
been
talk
saying
about
that.
it, it's not from anybody else.
Yeah, we go to events and stuff, and showcase all these bands and stuff for nothing, because I mean it's what we do. But there are people that want high quality professional shit done and are willing to pay for it.
Yep.
I mean, come
I
on,
mean,
you
like
see
the
a
saying
cool band's
goes.
band photo, you check the band out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How important is it? You go to a show and you got a photographer taking your pictures and you're performing. Well, the best content is only going to help you sell records. Like that's or merch. Because realistically, let's face it, fucking album sales ain't worth a goddamn dime anymore.
No.
Yeah.
You got to have music that's cool enough, and then some awesome merch to go with it.
Yeah.
And you have to do a
Yeah,
lot of it
like-
in-house like we do, or you're paying out the ass.
Yeah, either in-house or what we've done with her merch lineup, which, like we were discussing before, we've got to get up and available on her site. We worked with other musicians and artists who create merch to create her merch line. So we're even by
Giving back, keeping it in the scene, and supporting each other.
Yep. Yeah, like if I like an artist, I mean, then I want to fucking I want to support them. Like this one girl that I met actually at a show. She used to go by Genosha. Now she just goes by Mandy Rose. She's a rapper. She used to tour a lot and stuff. And her husband, they run a cosmetics company now. They still do music, and they also sell merch.
That's where the vinyls came from. Her
So
husband did my vinyls. Rose Company Customs for his.
yep.
And I also own some of her makeup from Rose Company Cosmetics. Just if you're gonna pay for the shit anyway, you might as well find somebody local in the scene to support them with what they're doing if they're supporting you with what you're doing. It's kind of the only way that makes sense if it's a possible thing to do.
Now, does Bella Rotten actually have a cup?
Well, we've talked about that.
We can.
Because First Angel has a really, really nice tumbler out there and does some really nice custom work that rainy days. So that's something we were talking about.
He does. Why should I do the Zippos? The lighters, or the lighters and shot glasses I mentioned.
Yeah, I actually do have lighters. They were big. I seen it when I was scrolling through Facebook. I paid more than I should have, but like you gotta kind of sometimes put some bullshit on your table just to grab attention. But yeah, he was showing me some of your work. I don't think I'm gonna fucking use Bic again because that's a little bit expensive for a fucking lighter.
And like these things. I know you've seen that on her page.
Yeah, that's actually part of one of her photo shoots.
Yeah, I had 3 minis of this to take to my merch tables. I'm down to 1.
Yeah. And they were created by
Donna Rice's wife. I can never say what that is.
Arrow something apothecary.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody will throw a link in the chat. They're paying attention.
Yeah, because I'll actually, if you guys pay attention, we actually have the photo and the link to that where she actually did the photo shoot with that. Right above her in the same picture is actually Raven.
Yeah.
The other photo. Okay.
But yeah, those were all almost everything came from another artist or smaller company as much as possible. I mean, some stuff we did just to get it, but
That'd be awesome. I think it would be cool to see. I think it'd be cool to see Bella Rotten with like the demon horns on the side of a fucking cup. That would be slick as fuck. I think that would be selling out quick as shit. And the Zippos. or
Well,
candles.
that's not one of my Bic lighters. I have one of my demon photos on the Bic lighter. It's the one where there's 3 of me, and like the middle one's clear. They're kind of fading out the side because they're wrapped around the lighter pretty neat. But yeah, I probably won't do that again. It was just something cool to have to grab attention. It's more of a loss than a win when it comes to the money situation, but sometimes you gotta do that just to grab attention.
Yeah, we've got vinyl merch for her. And then not to mention all the prints that can be ordered signed or unsigned.
Print with Mad Block.
I think another good. I think again another good merch thing would be be like a candle shaped as her too. So when you burn it and it bleeds.
I like those.
Yeah.
Skeleton in it. Skeleton.
Well,
Yeah,
good thing
there's
is the Btmx plans on getting a 3D printer soon.
They can do
So I'll make
she
a mold.
does like molded soaps and stuff, so we're gonna try to get some stuff for her like that. You can rub it on your body.
One of the future tech things that I plan on buying for us is a 3D printer. Is a 3D printer, so I can 3D print. I want to.
That would be cool.
Especially if Soul at Death in the mask. That would sell quick.
Lost his head.
Yep.
Yeah, those things are cool as shit.
Thank you guys for so much for coming.
Oh, yeah. Showers in bed.
What? It's 11 o'clock here.
It's usually early, but damn, are we tired after last night's festivities?
Yeah, we didn't get back home till almost 2. So we were down there about 4 o'clock. So, yeah, wandering around, watching bands everywhere, trying to capture stuff, give out business cards, talk to people.
The kid with us.
Okay.
Bye-bye now, honey.
Okay.
I know they went robot, but I caught that.
Don't know what does it. I did. That's okay. Okay.
Us couldn't get that these were our last words. Us couldn't get that these were our last words. Love we lost our way, hoping we'd come back. Are we too love we lost our way, hoping we'd come back. Us couldn't get that these were